Okay, so I want to start by saying that I am not completely opposed to using magic to help attract love because I've done this before. I actually have a love letter somewhere from a previous partner thanking me for having used magic or energy work, if you will, to attract them. I think the exit interview would have revealed a different story, but that's a topic for a different video. For today's video, if you feel that someone has used magic or is using magic on you to help attract you as a romantic partner, you're in luck here because I, like I said, have not only used it, but I've had it used on me. The only difference is that I think the magic that I used, I would consider white magic or energy work, and the magic that was or is being used on me, I would consider more black magic and manipulation. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the differences and what you can do to protect yourself if you feel like someone is using magic in a malicious way. And now I am going to be referencing my notes because I get a little excitable when I tell my stories. So, this will just kind of keep it all streamlined here. Okay, we want to talk about just the ethics about using magic to attract love. Like I said, I used it, and when I did use this energy work, I saw it as a tool. I thought, wow, look, I have this new, tool in my toolkit to help me, let's say, fix this relationship or lack thereof. It never crossed my mind that this person and I were not compatible. I'm sure it crossed my mind, and I'm sure it crossed a lot of other people's minds that this person was out of my league, right? Why else would I have to use magic on them? Not only were they out of my league, but key word here is compatible, which they were not, right? So you've got to ask yourself, if you are using tools such as magic, if you have to use magic to get someone to fall in love with you, then there may be a compatibility issue. And compatibility isn't just something that's going to reveal itself in the moment. This is something that could completely take you off your path for a really long time. So it's something you need to consider, right? And that's a place where it can go wrong. Um, so like I said, I'm okay with using the energy work. What I did in my situation, I'm not going to go into all the details, but they were I got my body to through certain exercises, I got my body to an elevated frequency, and that's when I implanted my thoughts in my own mind. Key phrase here, my own mind, about having positive experiences with this person, having loving, sensual, even sexual experiences with this person, which is what I wanted, right? Where I crossed the line and what I consider to be black magic is when thoughts are implanted in the other person's mind, right? It never crossed my mind to implant those positive thoughts that I was having into the other person's mind. Never. And up until about 4 years ago, I didn't even know that people were doing that. Like, yes. So if you feel that that is something that is happening to you, we're going to get into it. But let's talk a little bit more about when you're the one using it on other people, right? Because now you've learned if someone's using it on you, you're like, okay, I didn't realize this was an option. Maybe I should use this on this other person over there that I am really interested in. And like I said, you have to realize that there are consequences to forcing love. The person that I did it on, it worked out, and I ended up elevating them more than I elevated myself. They went on to do really great things, and I was left to figure out my path, right? So there's a cost to tying yourself to someone with energy that doesn't align to yours. Even if you think, hey, I'm just going to ride their coattails or whatnot. You don't know what life has in store for them. You don't know the path that they're on, and if their connection to their path is so much stronger than yours, and it's going to end up taking you off of your purpose, off of the path that you should be on. And that is one of the tools that I want to talk about later, is like having a really strong sense of purpose. But instead of using your magic to bind yourself to someone, why not use your power to help elevate yourself, right? And that's where the purpose comes in. Why not have such a clear sense of purpose that you use your magic to push yourself along on your own path, right? And I'm all about, I'm not a very religious person, but there is a quote in the Bible about wherever two or more are gathered in my name, I am there, right? So you can think, okay, well, whatever I can do for myself, whatever energy I put into myself, it would be multiplied if there were somebody else in my life helping me achieve that purpose. But just because somebody else is in your life doesn't mean that they necessarily want to use all of their energy to help you along your path. You may end up being the one that uses your energy to help them along their path because they are more anchored in their purpose than you are, right? And so, again, this really isn't black and white, but if you feel that someone is using thought implantation on you to help you, so it's to kind of nudge you along to fall in love with them, what I've noticed in my research and in my own experience is that it comes out a lot in dreams, right? Because if they try to implant thoughts into your conscious mind, like, you would very, very quickly be like, wait a minute, where did that come from? Because you know how much you like this person or how much you don't like this person. But if you notice that you're starting to have dreams where, like, wow, in my dreams, I'm worshiping this person. In my dreams, I'm asking this person's partner if we could share them. In my dreams, this person is on a pedestal, so elevated. But in your conscious life, that person you don't hold that person to that regard. That's where you say, hey, something's going on here. And so if you think that this is happening to you, one, you have to congratulate yourself, right? And that may seem counterintuitive here, but you need to congratulate yourself, because if someone is using black magic or thought implantation on you, it means you have something going for yourself. Think about it. People don't attach themselves to other people who have nothing going on. There's something that you have that this person wants. So, hey, kudos to you, right? But if you're feeling this kind of energy in your life, the most important thing you can do is to detach. And there may be lots of ways of detaching from energies that are trying to sort of leech off of you. The two tools that I use most often that have proven to be really powerful for me are through words and through visualizations. And now words, you can see those as prayers, incantations. You can even see them as spells if you want. Whichever one of those words resonates most with you. I'm going to use prayer right now. So you have to stay prayed up, and you have to visualize yourself detaching from these entities. So if you're anything like me, you probably spend a lot of time here on YouTube, and when you hear someone talk about having experienced something that you're going through, especially if you haven't been able to put the words to the experience, it can offer a sense of relief in the moment, right? It can be sort of validating. But here's the thing. Without having these solutions written down or in a way that you can access later, it's easy to forget. right? You feel validated for a while, but validation isn't the same thing as taking action. And that's what this is all about, right? Somebody is taking action toward you. You need to take action toward them. You can't, and not passive action, like just sitting here listening to me talk about this, right? So it's about concrete solutions. It's not a one-time fix, right? So just because you listen to me right now, and were I to give you, lay out all the prayers right here and all the visualizations right here, you would hop on to the next video and you would forget all about this, right? So it's kind of like taking a shower. Just because you take a shower once doesn't mean you're going to be clean for the rest of your life. Just because you do the prayers once, just because you listened to someone and that gave you relief once, doesn't mean it's going to work in the future unless you have access to the solutions. So what I did is I created a little, just like a little cheat sheet, and you can use this as your wallpaper on your phone, or you can put it like in your favorites on your Photos app so that you can access it later. And I'm going to be sharing in that prayers that you can do regularly and visualizations that you can do regularly to detach from this energy. Because let's face it, if someone is trying to do black magic on you, if they are trying to sort of pull you into their web, they're not going to stop just once. And I'm sorry if this triggers people. I have been triggered a lot through things that have happened in my life. And unfortunately, there are people out there who are malicious. But fortunately, we have tools. We haven't survived as human beings for millennia for no reason. We have tools, and the great thing is they're actually free and they're accessible to us at all times. But when you're in it, right, when you're lost in the forest, it's really hard to see your way out. But if you have a little something there that you can access on that mini computer that you have at arm's reach at all times, then you'll have that peace of mind with you. So I'm going to include the link in the description box below. I'm really sorry if you are experiencing someone doing this sort of black magic or thought implantation on you. I've experienced it too, and hey, I'm here, and I hope that the prayers I share with you and the visualizations I share with you help you. If you have any positive, gems of wisdom that you would like to share with others who are experiencing this, by all means, go ahead and comment below. I'll also include my email address if you want to talk or if you want to share your experience with me. I wish you the best of luck and love and light.